Tina, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that I went home early today, and I'm sorry for not telling you about it earlier.
Oh, Ophelia, you don't have anything to worry about. I just hope that it wasn't because your mom was upset with you.
Oh no, it really is fine. Thank you for asking, though. The thing is that my work is just really busy this time of year, and I'm always getting called in. But the truth is that I wish I could have just stayed with you and spent more time together. I mean, you proposed to me, and now we're going to be getting married. And then I had to run off to the stupid old office.
Oh, I know what you mean. I really wish that we could have spent more time tonight, too. But I guess that we both have our responsibilities, and it's not right to expect us to change our schedules just for one person. If anything, I'm just glad that I managed to propose to you before you had to run off, or else I would have had to do it another day. I was just happy to see the look on your face when I pulled out the ring. I always want to make you happy like that.
Tina, thank you so much for saying that. You really are so sweet. I still can't believe you would want to be with me.
What kind of talk is that? Why wouldn't I want to be with you, Ophelia?
Well, I just mean, all the baggage that I came with, don't you?
Oh, are you talking about your mom?
Yeah, of course I'm talking about her. I'm an adult with a job, and she still won't get off my back trying to tell me how to live. But my mom gets like this sometimes. She just gets an idea in her head that I'm not doing something right and drop it forever. It's not just this, too. She always has to drag people into whatever fad she's gotten into. First it was all those new age religions. Then it was fortune-telling and ghost hunting. It just really never ends. To be perfectly honest with you, I can't move out of there quickly enough. But anyways, I just wanted to make sure that you were okay with my mom and all that.
What in the world are you talking about, Ophelia? I proposed to you, not your mom. You're the one that I want to be with. I know what I'm signing up for, but nothing is going to keep me from being with you.
Thank you so much for saying that, Tina. You really are so sweet. I don't know what I would do without you.
What do you mean? Why are you talking like this?
Look, I don't think that we should tell my parents that you proposed to me or that we're engaged. I think it would be smart if I just left the house like this.
You mean you don't even want me to go to your parents' house and talk to them about this?
I just think that they would be against it and not even try to listen to anyone who says otherwise. But that's also because my parents actually don't even know that we're going out. I just know that my mom wouldn't understand, and well, I just don't want her causing any trouble for you.
You mean that they still don't know about us? Well, I really don't know how I feel about that. I mean, you're kind of putting me in a hard place right now, to be honest.
I told you why I wasn't going to tell them, though. It's my mom. She's such a bully. And she never listens to anyone, and she always has to have things go her way. I don't know. It's like she doesn't know how to interact with people.
I see. So you mean that even if you sat her down and told her how much this meant to you, you don't think she would listen?
I just really think it would be best if we didn't tell them a word about the engagement at all. Once we get married, I just want to leave my family and never look back.
I see. Well, I guess you are always saying how you want to leave early when we go to visit your family. But I guess I didn't realize that it was all because of your mom.
Well, it's the truth. And now she knows where I work, so it's going to be even more difficult cutting her out of my life. And she still doesn't know anything about you. I just want to leave this house already. I just want to be married to you and not have to worry about them ever again.
Hey, it's okay, Ophelia. Things are going to be okay. I know that whatever happens, we'll get through it together. Now, I might not know all the details about what's going on with your family, but I want you to know that I'm on your side.
Thank you so much for always being there, Tina. I'm so lucky to have you in my life. I just hope that I can be as happy as you make me.
You make me very, very happy, and I am so grateful that you and I are together.
You're the only thing I need in this world, Tina. The only person who really gets me. Also, I was hoping that you and I could meet up next Saturday. I actually have quite a few things that I think you and I should talk about now that we're engaged.
Yes, of course. Much better to talk about all of this in person. By the way, I really would like to introduce you to my parents if that's all right. I mean, You wouldn't mind if I told them that I proposed to you and that we're engaged now, right?
Yeah, I don't have any problems with that at all. I would actually really like to meet your parents. It sounds like you all get along really well, and I guess I kind of get a little jealous when I hear you describe them.
Well, they are going to be your family soon, too, so I hope that you can meet them soon and that you like them.
Wow, I guess we really have some work to do now that you and I are engaged. Who knew it would be this busy?
Yes, we really do need to make some time for all these things in our calendars. By the way, would you mind if I told my parents a little bit about your family? I just don't want them to be surprised when they find out that your parents don't know about us.
I suppose that's only fair, but are you sure that if your parents hear about the way that my mother is, that they won't try and convince you to leave me?
I really don't think that you have to worry about that at all. I just want my parents to know the situation so that we're all on the same page and they can support you too.
Got it. Well then, yeah. Maybe when my work settles down a little bit more, we could find some time for us to go over to your parents' house. I just hope I don't cause too much trouble.
Hey there, Ophelia. I just wanted to let you know that I sent you the money for the move.
No, thank you so much for doing that, Tina. Now we can finally put money down on our new place to live.
Yeah, but I feel bad for leaving all of this business finding a new place to you. I hope that you don't hold it against me.
Oh, what are you talking about, Tina? There's nothing to worry about. Besides, I know how busy you are with work, right? I'm going to be quitting my job once we get married anyways, so I have no problem using up all my days off. But it isn't easy having to handle all of this moving stuff while trying to keep it a secret from my mom at the same time. I'm having to be extra sneaky now.
You mean that your mom still has no idea at all that you're planning on moving out?
That's right. I've made sure that she's not coming into my room and snooping around there. And when I take my stuff out, I always do it in small amounts.
I see. Well, I guess that is one way to keep your mom from finding out about what we're doing. But are you really just never going to tell her what's going on until you leave?
I mean, that is the plan. Otherwise, why bother keeping this all a secret from her, you know?
I guess you have a point there, yeah. I just wanted to make sure that you were really okay with this. But I'm sorry, I realize that I might be just worrying too much, and I don't want it to rub off on you. I know that you've been working really hard and that this is something you've wanted for a long time.
No, I really appreciate how much you worry about me and want to make sure that I'm all right. You're always thinking about me, and I really appreciate it. But yes, this is something that I want to do, and I'm ready to go through with it.
Of course, and I won't say another word about you being sure. I know that you'll be able to pull this off. But you're really sure that you're going to be able to move everything without telling your mom?
Yes, I am 100% sure. I only have a few more things to move now, and I'm not going to bother taking any of the appliances.
I see. Well, just let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you with all of this. I know you want to keep this all a secret, but I still want to be there for you.
Thank you for that, Tina. I really appreciate it. But I think I'm going to be fine. By the way, how are your parents doing? I hope they're not too mad that we haven't gone to officially make the announcement to them yet.
Oh yeah, they're just fine, actually. I told them what the situation was and that we'd go to their place as soon as we'd finished moving.
Great. I really am happy that they're so cool about this. Also, I had a few wedding venues in mind that I wanted to check out with you.
Wow, you mean you already have an idea for where it is that you want to get married?
Of course. I mean, after we meet your parents, the plan was to go to the courthouse and officiate the marriage anyways, right?
Yeah, I suppose that was the plan, wasn't it? But we have to finish with the move first.
Yeah, but one of these places has a waiting period of about a year. So since we know that we're going to get married, I just think we need to move fast. It sounds to me like if we don't try and claim a spot at this place, that we just won't get one for a long time. Did you want to check it out with me soon?
Well, it sounds to me like we have to, or else we might not even get to use it. But we can make a whole date of it. This is going to be so fun, actually.
Awesome. I'll call the place and set up the appointment to go and look. Once I have it down, I'll be sure to let you know.
Ophelia, are you there? Please get back to me when you get this message. It's really important.
Tina, what's up? Is everything okay?
Is that really you? Please, you have to tell me where you are right now.
Actually, it's not. This is Fiona, Tina's mother, and you might have some things to say to my daughter, but I have some things to say to you. Unfortunately, my daughter was in a terrible car accident, and she's wheelchair-bound now.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. Now I understand that you two were planning to marry each other, but you should know that Ophelia can't even walk now. So are you still sure that you want to marry my daughter, even in a state like this? I think we both know the answer, so let's just call the whole thing off now.
What do you mean? You mean you think that we should call off the wedding?
Of course, but this isn't my idea. It's all Ophelia's. I'm sure that you can understand her feelings, though. She said that she couldn't stand it if she caused trouble in your life and doesn't want to be a burden, so the wedding is off. But I suppose this is what she gets for trying to go against her mother like this. So you really are just better off forgetting all about my daughter and leaving her alone.
I see. Well, if that's the case, then I am going to need to be compensated.
Excuse me? What do you mean? You expect us to pay you after you found out my daughter was in a car accident and can't walk? Well, at least now I understand why Ophelia was too embarrassed to introduce you to me. You were just horrible.
Well, I'm afraid that you are unilaterally ending the engagement, and that entitles me to compensation. So we can either settle this now or settle it in court. It's up to you.
How could you try and do this to me after finding out about what's happened to my poor, sweet little girl?
I'm sorry, Fiona, but do you even have any proof that what you say has happened actually has? Because I also gave Ophelia $20,000 to put down on a new house, so if we're not getting married, I need that money back, too.
You gave her money to move to a new house. I had no idea about any of that.
I assumed that you wouldn't. After all, Ophelia was keeping many secrets from you, but I also know that Ophelia is the kind of person that will pay that all back. So go ahead and tell her to send the money back to my bank account, okay?
But I just told you that my daughter is stuck in a wheelchair and won't be able to move for the rest of her life. And all you can think of at this time like this is money.
That's not all I'm thinking about. You're just avoiding my question. If she was in an accident, then I'd assume that Ophelia is still in the hospital, so could you tell me the name of it? By the way, if you're going to act like this, then I'll just let you know that I am prepared to hire a lawyer.
How could you do this to us after I just told you the state that my poor, poor daughter is in?
If what you say is true, that's unfortunate, but money is money, so pay up.
But the whole reason Ophelia got into the accident in the first place is because of you.
And just how do you figure that any of this is my fault?
Well, because if she wasn't engaged to marry you, then none of this would have ever happened. You did this to her, and now you ruined her life. Don't you have any love for my daughter at all?
I love your daughter very much, actually. And that's why this whole conversation is just making me very sad. But I really wish that you would stop trying to jerk me around like this.
Excuse me? And just what is that supposed to mean? Why would you even say that?
Well, because you're lying to me right now. This whole thing has been a lie, hasn't it?
I don't know what you mean. What are you saying?
I mean that I realize now from the start that Ophelia never actually intended to marry me. That's what's making me so sad, but I also realize that this whole thing has just been a giant scam. And you should know that I am going to go to the police and file a report against you.
Please, you have to know that I'm so sorry.
Is this really you, Ophelia? Are you finally done pretending to be your mother?
No, you're wrong. It's not like that. My mom took my phone and was the one sending you those messages. She found out about the marriage and me moving out. I never meant for things to happen like this. I really am so sorry.
I see. So then you mean to tell me that you weren't actually in an accident?
I'm sorry, Tina, but I just can't be with you. I'll just never be able to get away from this crazy mother of mine. So please, just forget all about me. I know that I'll only cause you trouble and pain, so forget all about me.
So then you're also saying that we should just cancel our engagement?
It's not like I want to be doing this, but I think that it really is going to be for the best.
Right. Well, I already told your mom this, but if that's the case, then I'm going to need to get paid.
Please, Tina, you have to understand. It isn't like I want to do this. Don't you think you're being just a little bit mean? I mean, we haven't even met our parents.
Look, Ophelia, I already know all about who you are and what your game is. In fact, it was only after I said that I was going to go to the police that you stopped pretending to be your mom.
I told you that nobody was pretending to be my mom. That really was her this whole time.
I really just don't believe you. Because I know for a fact that your mom doesn't live in the city. So why are you lying to me right now?
Tina, what are you saying? You know that I live with my mom and how strictly she keeps her eyes on me.
It's all an act, though. None of that is really true. You just say that so you can get away with all of this easier.
I don't understand what you mean by that. You're not making any sense, Tina.
Oh, just stop it already. I know that you have other suitors and people that you're engaged to.
That isn't true. How could you say such awful things about me?
When are you finally going to drop the act? I know that this is all fake, so stop trying to play the victim. And you know how I know this is all fake? Because someone else is living in the condo that we were supposed to move into. I asked the management company about how that could be, and they said that you did make a call but canceled the leasing process.
But that can't be. I was sure that I did everything correctly. Are you sure that someone is in the unit that we were going to move in?
You were never going to do it, right? You started the process to appear that you were serious, and then you backed out to keep the money.
It's not true. And whatever might be true is all my mom. You have to believe me.
But you don't even live with your mom. Not only that, but after finding out about the apartment, I started looking more into you, and I found out about all your other partners. All of which I'm assuming that you're stealing from. I really can't believe you. But I have to admit, you are a good scam artist. You really had me going for a while.
None of this is true. Please, Tina, you have to listen to me. I love you with all my heart. There's no one else I want to be with, but I'm poor, and my family needs the money. I was lying to you at first, but I realized over time that I really do like you. So I was only going to steal the money for the condo from you.
Only steal that amount from me? I gave you $20,000. Do you realize that? But at least you finally come out and admit that you were always going to try and steal from me. I can't believe that I wanted to introduce you to my parents. But at least now I have the proof that I need to prove you're nothing but a liar.
No, please. You have to know that I never meant to betray you. It really isn't how you think at all. Hello? Tina? Are you even reading these anymore? Please, don't go to the police. I'm begging you.
After that, I went to the police and filed a report against Ophelia for marriage fraud. I told the office all about her situation, and after an investigation period, I was told that she was finally arrested for her lies. She had actually been tied to so many reported fraud cases and was currently engaged in so many other cases that she was sentenced to several years in prison. One can only wonder at how many people she had hurt before me. In all our 2 years of dating, I really never once thought that Ophelia was lying to me. But thinking back on it now, she was always asking me to take her out to nice restaurants and do expensive things with her. I thought we were going out on dates, but I think she was testing me. It makes me sad to think that this is how my engagement with the woman who I thought I loved ended. But I suppose I've become stronger and smarter for it. As for Ophelia, I only hope that she thinks about the pain that her actions have caused others while she's locked away. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.